In this video, I'm going to be talking about one's individual relationship and the meaning of life. And I'm going to be talking about not just the meaning of life, but also the meaning in life. When it comes to trying to assess the meaning of life, this seems like a very weird question if you think about it very critically, because the meaning of life is coming from a more non-conscious, non-perceptual point of view that starts with the origins of the universe. So it has more to do with position and where you stand in relationship to life. And because we're trying to assess that from a position where we are perceiving, we are conscious, it's very trivial in some sense. It's almost like you're taking the perspective of an atom. And when it comes to trying to answer the meaning in life, this is a much easier question to resolve. And there has to be a meaning in life, because that tends to motivate a lot of life processing. If you dial your experience back, so you get rid of taste, smell, touch, proprioception, your sense of self in space, so you just have something like pure awareness, whatever that is, you would be aware of something. You would have some sort of surroundings that confers a meaning by nature of experience. So you have your phenomenology, and then you have phenomenon. And this produces what I refer to as empirical meaning, because you're sensing something that instead of a non-experience, instead of nothing. And when you go to perceive nothing, this is like having a symbolic zero in some sense. So it's not the same as having an awareness of nothing. The awareness of nothing is different than the semanticization or the conceptualization of something almost mathematical, like symbolic logic, right? So the zero is a part of a perceptual system of meaning. And the two combinations of your awareness and your perception is what produces what I like to call synthetic meaning. When we even look at personhood, personhood is more of a synthesis between an understanding of the empirical and the perceptual systems. So we can understand people have different perceptions, but we can also have an additional understanding that people are experiencing something. And that experience tends to be something that we infer based off perceptual systems and our own understanding of ourselves. So perception is much easier to retain, perceptual meanings, specifically when it comes to language. But empirical meaning is harder to retain because it has more to do with our direct phenomenology and our direct understanding of our own selves and where we stand in relation to our environment. And synthetic meaning has more to do with the synthesis between those two and the degrees of integration. And that's all I wanted to say on these topics, and I will be discussing these later in my book, and I have already posted a blog post on the subject, which you can find on YouDaimonic.ca.